let's get this fucking money, baby. Go lay down, Zeusy. I gave you everything you can want.
Today, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's a special Halloween presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Jared Goff and the Los Angeles Rams taking on Jacoby Brissett and the Indianapolis Colts.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Indianapolis Colts and the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Akers, the ball carrier.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 14 carries, 111 for yards, and a touchdown.
And when I watch them operate, I see a unit that's playing with extreme confidence. Offensive line, tight end, wide receivers. You see a group that wants their number 8 rusher in the league end up being in the top 5 before it's over. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2 being...
Now a hit. Rams have got it. Going the other way. And they're going to score. Return touchdown. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
A look at the numbers for Mack from last week. 21 carries, 101 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
He's tackled at the 29. The Rams go nickel here defensively on third.
Brings up third down.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And the throw is going to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Out of the gun, Goff. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
A 6-yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cooper Kupp with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either.
And boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion. That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
It'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. He starts with a give to Akers. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
Ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
1st and 10.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Akers. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
The tackle made.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 45-yard line. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 now.
2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
A shotgun snap for goal. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
In on the stop, Vernon Hargraves.
It's a gain of 5.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
At the Rams.
Out of the gun, Brissett. He completes this one to Mack. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Pushing foul, roughing the passer, defense. Hey, man, let's play all day.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty is going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the gun, here's Brissett. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Samson Abuka. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Colts, nothing.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll run it. It's back. They only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. And you can bet they're going to lean on him quite a bit, obviously. They did last week. It was over 100 yards also. AFC Player of the Week is announced Wednesday.
And until they take that away, I would continue to lean on him, try and have another award for him, one in this game. But when you look back at last week and you saw how he was able to find holes in the defense, but it's also the run after the catch, that's what made it impressive.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points. Not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Getting set to go again here on offense. Jared Goff trots back onto the field. He has not had the start to this game that he envisions here in the 2nd quarter. He's struggling a little bit. But, hey, they're in the lead right now. So kind of what's going on in his head, do you think, Charles?
I think that's what he has to keep in mind. Winning the ball game is not going the way he wants in terms of his own play. But, oh, yeah, that's right, winning the ball game. So don't press. Don't try and do things outside of what's going on right now. Don't try to increase your game or get yourself right. Just make sure you continue to lead your ball club and keep them moving in the right direction.
And they've got that lead so far. 1 interception for him, no touchdown passes. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. Able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
They'll get this one to Cup complete. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 37. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's one that's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. He's at the 40, 20, and he will bring it back. An interception return for the Colts TD. So a pick six there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick six going the other way.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Rams take over 1st and 10.
Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. And he is closing in on the 100-yard mark for the day. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently 2nd in the league in first downs, and they pick up 1 here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, it's really vital because what does it do? Keeps their defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. A quick pass to Kupp. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
12 yards there and a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To the air again. Goff. This will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Complete. Jefferson the target. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Again, Goff. The Colts team sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And a turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Brissett sets to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On 1st and 10, Brissett. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Now a timeout.
29 yards.
7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 37. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
13.
So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, make sure you avoid the crazies out there and welcome in everybody to this Halloween edition of our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6 at the Rams' 24-yard line.
From the 24, Brissett. He dumps this off to Mack.
Brissett's pass.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jack Doyle. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, they tried to get 2, and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10.
Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a 1-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
Brings up 2nd.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
The ball carrier.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down. Goff. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Ram first down as Goff finds Cup.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments, run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. They'll run on 1st down. Akers. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Khari Willis there to bring him down.
2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. And he slings one that's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Akers. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. They'll look to run with Akers. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. Tyler Higbee. His first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. A big play coming now for the Rams as they'll go for 2.
No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Fielded in the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
At the 35-yard line.
Brissett. He's got Jack Doyle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Brissett. And that's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. They'll throw again.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big. But sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz call and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it, happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
Okay. Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. First down there, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Cooper Kupp. Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Down inside the 35. Even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this. This is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now a first down throw. Gone. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
On the ground, it's Akers.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
He was brought down.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Akers again.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there. In this game, so far, he's been denied.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Akers. They try and run.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Cam Akers
With touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams are once again going to retake the lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's had quite the turnaround, Charles. At the start of the game, passing game was a little bit of a mess, but he's back on the horse, so to speak.
Love seeing how someone can rebound from a slow start or a tough start. Means that they're strong mentally. They've kind of calmed themselves down. Everyone's rallied around them. Maybe they even change game planning a little bit in order to make things better for them.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Dumps this one off to Mack. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Throwaway. He's taken down. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. This goes to Mack on the check down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
13.
Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Now Brissett. He can't get the throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for two, when to go for one. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for two. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up one makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
So Goff and the Rams down 28-27, 35 seconds to go. And they need about 35 yards to get in range for a winner as they come up on first down. They'll be caught by Cup. The 30, 10, 5. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although well, that time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25.
Indy set to go on offense once more.
One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Brissett. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Intended for T.Y. Hilton. Incomplete. It's now fourth
Down
down.
7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. Brissett looks to throw. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And they take a knee. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it. And let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the fourth quarter. But a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there. But in the fourth quarter, somehow they dug deep and found that extra bit, right? That reserve tank. They hauled it out. Offense scored some points. Defense held them. And lo and behold, they walk away with a win. Maybe expend a little more energy than they expected to, but they'll take it.
So for Los Angeles, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.